So, what if the future of AI wasn't in these giant, power hungry data centers, but right here in the palm of your hand? Well, that's the incredible promise of something called BitNet, a new model from Microsoft that is absolutely blowing up online. Today, we're going to separate the hype from the reality. And this is the question that's really fueling all the buzz. You've got tech influencers, AI fans, everyone claiming that BitNet, a model that's literally smaller than a single high-res photo, can somehow outperform giants like Llama 3. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of sci-fi, right? But is it? I'm sure you've seen posts just like this one all over your feed. They're dramatic, they're super exciting, and they promise this massive revolution overnight. But you gotta wonder, is this based in reality, or is it just another case of AI getting way overhyped? Let's find out. All right, to really get to the bottom of this, we need to take a closer look at these huge claims being made about BitNet and, what it would actually mean if they were true. So, the promises are, well, they're nothing short of game-changing. We're talking about a tiny AI that's supposedly smarter, faster, and way more efficient than anything we've ever seen. And the cherry on top, it's supposed to make those super expensive GPUs totally obsolete. But is any of this for real? Let's dig in. To understand how BitNet can even make these kinds of claims, we have to pop the hood and look inside. And it all comes down to this one really elegant change in how the AI's brain is actually wired. Okay, so think of any AI model like a giant brain, with all its knowledge stored in billions of connections. We call these weights. Now, in a traditional AI like Llama or ChatGPT, these weights are like super complex, nuanced decimal numbers that take a ton of energy to process. And here is the genius part. Instead of using all those complicated numbers, BitNet stores its knowledge using just three simple values: -1, 0, or +1. It's kind of like describing the temperature in a room. You could use a precise number like 71.3 degrees, or you could just say cold, just right, or hot. BitNet basically chooses the simpler, much faster way. And here's a little fun fact for you. The model actually gets its name, BitNet b1.58, from the precise amount of information theory says you need to store one of those three options. Yeah, it's a nerdy little detail, but it just shows you how elegant the math behind this whole thing really is. So what does this simplification actually do? Well, it completely changes the math. Traditional AIs are constantly doing this really complex multiplication, which is slow and takes a lot of energy. But BitNet, because its weights are just -1, 0, or 1, basically gets to do simple addition instead. It's lightning fast, it's incredibly efficient, and it gets to the answer with way less effort. And the results of this one simple change is, well, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Just look at this chart. A model that would normally need about 4 gigabytes of your computer's RAM now only needs zero point 0.4 gigabytes. That's a tenfold decrease. It's like fitting an entire HD movie into a tiny email attachment. It's a total game changer. Okay, so we've established that BitNet is astonishingly efficient. We get that. But does all that efficiency actually mean it's smarter and that GPUs are dead? It's time to put the hype to the test. So this is the big one, the claim that's been setting the internet on fire. Can a tiny 2 billion parameter model really go head-to-head with a heavyweight champion like Llama 3, which has a massive 70 billion parameters? All right, here's the real story, and it's a bit more nuanced. When it comes to pure efficiency, speed, energy use, BitNet is in a whole other league. No contest. And for its size, it is impressively smart, totally holding its own against a traditional Llama model of the same size. But let's be real here. A featherweight boxer isn't going to knock out a heavyweight champion. For deep, complex reasoning, size still matters. Now, for that other huge claim that's been making waves, the idea that BitNet is going to put graphics card companies like NVIDIA out of business. Is the era of the expensive GPU finally over? So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. To train an AI, to build it from the ground up, you still absolutely need the raw power of GPUs. That is not changing. But, and this is a huge but, once the model is already built, when you just want to run it, a process we call inference, BitNet's simple math means it can just fly on the standard CPU that's already in your laptop or phone. And that is a very, very big deal. So if BitNet isn't about to become the smartest AI in the world, and it's not going to kill the GPU market, then why are we even talking about it? What is the real breakthrough here?
The real revolution is this massive shift in where AI actually lives and works. For years now, we've been in the cloud AI era, right? Your phone is basically just a dumb terminal sending your questions to a huge server farm miles away. But we're now moving into a future where powerful AI can run directly and instantly, right on your own local device. And that one shift unlocks a whole world of possibilities. I mean, imagine getting instant answers from your AI with zero internet lag. Imagine your phone's battery actually lasting all day, even with a powerful AI running in the background. And maybe most importantly, imagine your personal data staying completely private and secure, because it never has to leave your device. That's the future BitNet is helping build.
And, the best part is, this isn't some far-off dream. The technology is already here, it's open source on places like Hugging Face, so any developer out there can start playing with it and building with it right now. The future of AI is literally being built as we speak. So what does all this really mean for us? What happens when every single one of us has a supercomputer in our pocket, ready to help us with anything, anywhere, at any time?
Look, the true story of BitNet isn't about one model being smarter than another. It's about a massive shift in computing. It's about making this incredible technology accessible to everyone, on every device, without having to sacrifice our privacy or drain our planet's energy.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. When you have an AI on your device that's as powerful as the ones in the cloud today, but it works instantly and completely offline, what are you going to create? What problems will you solve? The future is literally in your hands.